right. Hi, cutie pies. I am Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. Today is Thursday, November the 16th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give this one. You know what? This might be my highest rating yet. I'm going to give it a 7.5. Let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, we see Audra has summoned Tucker to come have a meeting with her because she said it's about to go down. Mm-mm. We're not going to start with them. We're going to start with Lily and Jill. So Jill comes over to Lily's place and she's like, "It looked good and all that, but I know that's not what you called me over here for. What's going on?" So then Daniel comes out of the back, and he tells Jill, we found out that Tucker is financially invested with Mimi, so there's some trickery going on, we believe, but we're not 100% sure, but we're going to dig deeper into it. And so then Jill says, "Oh, I get it. Tucker and Mamie want to get rid of me. Okay, I got this." So then Lily's talking to Daniel after Jill leaves, and she says she wants to tell Devon. He's saying, "No, I don't think we should tell Devon." I said, "Why wouldn't you not tell Devon?" Devon is one of them people that he wants to know all the answers. He doesn't care if you have all the answers or not, but keep him in the loop. So I said, "Lily, you know your brother better than Daniel. Go ahead and tell Devon what you suspect is going on of Tucker." And so she said, "I am. I'm telling him." I said, "Okay then, girl." So then the next thing we see, Tucker is talking to Audra, right? So he's met her up and she said, "Tucker, this isn't good news." And he was like, "What is it?" And she said, Kyle got cold feet, so he's turning on us. And Tucker was like, "Oh, that's it." And she was like, "What do you mean that's it?" And he said he already expected this. He knew Kyle was gonna didn't have he knew Kyle was gonna back out. Kyle was going to back out of it. He's not surprised by that at all. Actually, he expected Kyle to do it. She said, "So you weren't testing Kyle, or you tested me?" He said, "I'm surprised that you're surprised that Kyle wasn't man enough to go through with this plan." He said, "What's gonna happen is Kyle is gonna run to Diane and Jack, tell him what he's done, and then they're gonna tell him, 'Well, you go over there to Tucker and you pretend that you still want to be a part of it.' And when you pretend that you still want to be a part of it, you bring all the information back to us about what's going on." And Audra said, "You really think he would do that?" And she said, "Yeah, that's the Abbots are so predictable." That's what Tucker tells Audra. The Abbots are so predictable. Now, when they're sitting there talking, Jill comes up and she says, "Excuse me, young lady, I need to talk to this man." And Audra said, "Well, go ahead, be my guest." So she gets up and leave, and Tucker is talking to Jill, and she says, "I know your plans with Mamie." And he said, "What plans are that?" And she said, "To get me out of the company." And he says, because she was like, "Because your mama," the way she said Mama Tucker said, let's not bring my mother into this, because you could tell the way Jill said it. She was about to say something. And Tucker said, "No, you don't want to do that." And she says, "Well, Tucker, I came to tell you I'm not afraid of you, so give it the best shot." And he said, "Yes, you are, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be sitting here, because you know my plans usually work." She said, "Oh yeah, I'll ask Ashley about that." I said, "Oh, that's a low blow. Okay, Jill." I said, "Nah, Tucker is doing this for Devon, so I don't know, child. We'll see what's gonna happen after that." Anyway, I don't really think Tucker wants Chancellor Winters. He just wants Devon to run it, and Jill to be out of it, and Mamie feels the same way. They want Jill out. He really just wants to give the company to Devon. I don't think Mamie knows that part of it, but he wants to give the company to Devon, and then whoever Devon wants to put in position, put him in a position. But that's pretty much it with them. So yeah, let's move on. So then we see later on that Tucker goes up to his room, and Audra says, "Tucker," and he says, "Not right now," because he really ticked off about Jill making that little low blow comment. But Tucker is also going up to the room, I think, to plot plan. I hope some of his plans work out, because I haven't seen a plan that's worked out for him yet. But you know what? We're gonna move right along with this. So then we see who else do we want to go to? I'm sorry, I'm looking over my notes as I'm talking to you guys. So then we see Victoria, Adam, and Nick. And so she said, "So what, Dad sent you guys here to try to win me back?" I said, "Well, yesterday I thought she told Nate she was coming back to the company." I said, "Either way, I don't have time for this, Victoria. Are you coming back to the company or not?" So then Victoria and Adam start bickering with each other. Nick says, "We don't have time for that," and they say, "Okay, I'm sorry, whatever." Just the plastic. I said, "Well, Nick, you do the same thing, but whatever." And so he says, "Are you coming back?" And she says, "Not as long as Adam is there." And Adam said, "Well, I'm gonna be here." He said, "No matter what I do, you two always see me as an outsider, and I don't really care what y'all think about me. I don't care if y'all think y'all gonna that I'm going to destroy the company." Because they was talking about Adam in his face like he wasn't standing there, sitting right there with them. He said, "You know what? I don't care what y'all think. What I care about is what Dad thinks, and I have his trust, and everything. So it is what it is." And he said, "So y'all talk amongst yourselves. I don't care if Victoria comes back to the company or not. I'm out." And so he leaves. And so Nick says, "What are you gonna do, Victoria? Are you gonna come back or not?" And then she gets up and leaves. And she runs over there to Victor. I don't know what she ran over here for, because Victor talks to Victoria, and she tells him, "Father, um we need to talk." And he was like, "What do we need? What you like? What you want? What you want?" Victor act like he ain't have time for Victoria today. He got a lot of stuff going on. And she said, "I want to talk about how you tricked me into believing something was wrong with you and all this." And he says, she said, "Do you not trust me?" And he says, "At one point I did trust you." She said, "Past tense." That's past tense. He said, "You had Billy Boy Abbott. Who was the other one? Shoot, I can't think of his name. Um, then you had Ashlyn and now Nate." And she says, "My personal life has nothing to do with the company." He said, "Yes, it does, because you make your personal life a part of the company. You always bringing whoever you sleeping with into the company or whatever. It's been last two is bad business." And plus, he feels like Nate betrayed him, even though I don't see it that way. Victoria doesn't see it that way either, but. You can't tell Victor them nothing because they see it that way. And I said, "Well, if y'all want to see that reason, then see it. I'm over it." So, anyways, Victoria is just like, "So that has nothing to do with the company." He said, it does, and he can't trust. I can't trust your mind, your way of thinking. So because of that, I don't know. You're not gonna really run the company right now, Mila. Don't do that. You're not gonna run the company right now because I can't trust you and you to think with your mind and not think with your heart for these men you got." And he said, "And where would you be without this company?" Now Victoria, like, she was acting like she was offended. I said, "Now, girl, I've been watching this soap a good year and a half, 2 years, and I've heard him tell you this at least twice. So I don't know why you took offense to it this time." But he told her, you know, "Where would you be without this company? Like, nobody would hire you, and you with the missteps." And that's not what he said, but that's what I heard. "Nobody would hire you with all the missteps you be having and letting your love life dictate how you run the company and who's going to be in charge. Nobody would hire you." He said, "I want y'all to get along with Adam. You can't do that. Oh well." And so then Nick comes and he said, "I knew you were going to come here. How bad is it?" And Victoria said, he tells me that he doesn't think I can be trusted with the company and all this." And she was like, "But fine." And then I have no life without this company, and I would be nothing without the company. And so she in her feelings, she really in her feelings now. I said, "Victor, I thought you told Nikki you was gonna fix this. You made it worse today." She said, "So he's in his no, excuse me. Victoria got in her feelings about it, and so she leaves. And Nick just like, how you expect a winner back when you do that? And Victor don't care at this point. He's like, "I'm going to sit at this throne and I'm going to dictate. And that is what it is. If y'all don't like it, you don't have to be here." Okay. And so that's it with them, y'all. So then we see Nikki. So Nikki is locked up or whatever, and she's trying to call out to Claire, but Claire isn't there. So Nikki takes off her coat, and then she starts thinking, and she was like, "Okay, I gotta figure out a way to get out of here." And so she remembers Claire told her she was gonna leave for some food, and she remembers seeing a can opener. So she uses the can opener to get out of the room. I said, "Girl, I would have been stuck there." You smarter than me, child. So she gets out of the room and she's looking around. She tries to use the door and nobody can't get out. She's sneaking around. I said, "Girl, I would have threw myself through a window." I don't know what I would have done. I'm getting up out of this house. You're not gonna keep me in here like misery. But anyway, so she goes to the phone. I don't know if Nikki heard a dial tone on the phone or not, but either way, Claire was not gone. I thought Claire had left, but Claire was not gone, and she drugged Nikki up again. And so now Nikki is in the bed. Okay, before she got into the bed, Claire had her in the couch in a chair. And Nikki said, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" She said, "Because you Newman family, I don't know why you call it, you love them so much. Y'all dysfunctional as ever." I said, "I'm trying to tell you, child." But she said, "But y'all never pay for what you've done." I said, "Well, who hurt your family, girl? Who is it? Who is your people? Who are your people, girl?" And she said, "Y'all never pay for what you done, but it's gonna happen now." And then she texted somebody and she said, Nikki tried to escape, but I handled it. But I need you. I need your help. I need you over or whatever. And she told Nikki, "But don't you worry." So then after she sent that text message, she tells Nikki, "Don't you worry. Your family will be here with you soon." And Nikki said, leave my family alone, because she drugged up. So then the next thing Nikki knows, Claire is gone. And when Claire is gone, Nikki is in the bed and she's has an IV in her, and she looks up and she sees Victor, and Victor's talking to her, and he says, "I'm gonna get you out of here, baby, but you gotta be quiet, sweet baby." Y'all know how to be talking to Nikki. And she said, "Okay." And he said, "This gonna hurt, but I need to get this IV out of you." And she said, "Okay." And he pulls the IV out of her, and then Nikki comes back to herself because it was all just her imagination, and the IV is still in her. And I said, "Dang, by the time Nikki get done, she gonna be a drug addict, because you're doping a woman up. You got her on this IV and stuff. Take that out of you, Nikki." That was it, y'all. That was the Young and the Restless today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for the final episode of the week of what happened on the soaps, The Young and the Restless edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.